The theory of evolution is the most popular explanation for the origin of different species. According to this theory, all four-footed land vertebrates are descended from a single loop-finned fish that made the transition from water to land some 380 million years ago. Over time, this fish is said to have evolved into amphibians and amphibians into reptiles, some of which later became birds and mammals, including human beings. However, this proposed scenario of one species fundamentally changing into a completely different one living in a completely different environment is entirely unfounded. It not only lacks concrete fossil evidence of transitional forms between each species, but also faces significant challenges due to the profound physiological and anatomical differences between marine and terrestrial life forms. There are critical biological barriers that make it impossible for a swimming fish to evolve into a walking reptile, and it is such a biological impossibility that no amount of millions of years can bring about. Firstly, aquatic creatures like fish have water supporting their body weight. They experience no problem in bearing their own weight in water, whereas land creatures expend significant energy simply to carry their bodies around. This fundamental shift is not a minor adjustment. It requires a powerful energy system to meet increased demands, along with a complete redesign of the skeleton to support weight and allow movement. The 400-million-year-old fish coelacanth and the lungfish, which belong to the same loop-fin group and are considered ancestor to humans, have both existed for millions of years in their same form without ever growing feet. So the claim that fish slowly change their fins into feet is wholly unscientific. Secondly, the marine environment exhibits slow and narrow temperature fluctuations, allowing the body temperature of sea creatures to remain consistent with their surroundings. On land, however, temperature changes rapidly and across a wide range. A fish transitioning from sea to land would immediately require a sophisticated protective system to mitigate harm from these drastic temperature shifts. To suggest that such a system would arise by chance precisely at the moment of terrestrial emergence strains credulity. Thirdly, water is a scarce resource on land demanding efficient conservation. The skin of terrestrial animals is specially designed to permit necessary water loss while simultaneously preventing excessive evaporation, which is why land creatures experience thirst. However, the skin of marine organisms designed for an aquatic environment is entirely unsuitable for preventing dehydration. The idea that such a marvel of engineering was acquired by random mutations immediately as the fish stepped onto land is ridiculous to even think of. Fourth, respiration is a vital system in living beings. It functions entirely differently in fish. Fish breathe by extracting dissolved oxygen from water through their gills and cannot survive for more than a few minutes out of water. For survival on land, they would need to acquire a fully functional lung system instantaneously. A mutated or gradually evolving lung would be useless and can be even fatal. Fifth, marine organisms typically discharge toxic metabolic waste, particularly ammonia, directly into their aquatic environment. Some fish often do so primarily through their gills, and kidney as an organ mostly only works to balance water and salt intake. However, in a dry environment, terrestrial life demands kidneys, a complex filtration system capable of processing waste and converting ammonia into a less toxic form, urea, while efficiently retaining water in the body. The fish would have to immediately develop a fully functional kidney system along with its related physiological connections. Additionally, significant changes in the reproductive system would be imperative. Fish eggs are typically laid in water and lack the protective structure required for terrestrial survival. For land-dwelling offspring to survive, eggs would need to become amniotic, containing all necessary resources within a protective layer and a leathery shell. Without such a transformation, the lineage would cease to exist. To claim that all these profound changes that need to happen all simultaneously in a species' single lifespan happened by chance and all at once is a far-fetched assertion, neither possible nor scientifically supported. Even if given millions or billions of years, such a coordinated transformation cannot ever take place. The creatures that appeared during the Cambrian explosion, for which evolutionary scientists still lack a comprehensive explanation, emerged without any ancestors. Similarly, all creatures with their complex features emerged suddenly and fully formed. Aquatic species as aquatic, amphibious ones as both, and terrestrial ones as purely terrestrial. There is not a single compelling piece of evidence to suggest that one species fundamentally transformed into another. Therefore, these imaginary evolutionary links that a fish transitioned to land and that we are all descended from a fish are entirely false. The fossil record, on the other hand, shows species' sudden and fully formed emergence with no evolutionary change of any sort, which means all living beings have been created independently and instantly by a supreme creator.